These are the notes for Algebra 2, Chapter 1, Section 1, and this is over parent functions and transformations. So parent functions are, and I'm going to write these out. You are welcome to put them in your own words. These aren't exact definitions either. These are just so we understand what they are. I don't want it to get too wordy here. So, parent function is the most basic form of a particular function. Okay? A transformation is the moving or changing of a function. Of that parent function. For the purposes of what we'll do today. And then translation is just when you slide the graph so it can either go up or down, or it can go left or right, or it can go up and left or up and right, that kind of thing. Reflection is just a flip. Vertical stretch, well, stretching like, if you think of Stretch Armstrong, something like that, it's where it grows, gets longer. That is a vertical, it's stretching vertically, and it's going to we consider that vertically faster. It also makes the graph horizontally get more narrow, so it gets narrow. So nice and skinny and long is the stretch. For shrink, it's still considered a growth. It's just not growing up, it's growing out. So vertically slower. And so this will get wider. You can also think of it as it flattens. Okay, so the domain of a function are all of the x values of that function. Okay, what the x can be. Oh my goodness, I didn't write it, sorry. What the x can be. Okay, so it's all the values of x. So all the values that function is going to go left and right. The range then will be the y values. Okay, and it's what values the y can have. Okay, so if we come down here and we look at these, let's zoom in here. Okay, these are three types of parent functions that we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about a constant. It's where it's going vertically. It's just going straight across from left to right. That means there is no slope. Okay, it's a zero slope. It's just going straight across. It's not going rise over run, so it doesn't go up and over. And so it is basically f of x equaling a constant number. Okay, where it crosses, and you're used to this format where it's y equals mx plus b. But in this case, since there's no slope, there's no x, and so that b, which is the y-intercept, is where it's going to go straight across, okay? So its domain is all real numbers, and its range is that value where it crosses that y-intercept, because that's the only thing y will equal. But the domain, is all real numbers because it goes to the left forever and it goes to the right forever. The linear parent function is a straight line, linear line. Constant's also a line, but for the purposes of this, we are wanting it where it actually does have a slope. Slope 1 is the parent function, where the y-intercept is 0. That is the parent function of a linear graph. Its domain, it goes to the left forever and the right forever, so it's all real numbers. The range, it goes up and down forever, so it is all real numbers. Okay, the absolute value, it's got to have these bars that automatically means absolute value. And that graph looks like a V, okay, where the point for the parent function is at 0, 0. There's no shift up or down, so it's just f of x equals the absolute value of x. So it's going forever to the left, forever to the right, so the domain is all real numbers, but it's not going forever up and down. It's only going forever up, starting at 0. And it does include 0, so y has to be greater than or equal to 0 for the range.